Commencing Autopsy 3. Time, 2104. 27-year-old female, infected with unknown pathogen. Blood analysis indicates virus. Provisional name is PAX-12. Deceased had traveled in China before returning home 2 weeks ago. That must have been pre-quarantine. Unknown if had contact with livestock, but I can definitely see evidence of insect bites. Deceased had reported coughing and sneezing with a high fever. I'm seeing a nasty rash, some abscesses around the abdominal cavity. Clear signs of immune suppression. Cause of death appears to be catastrophic organ failure. Findings match reports coming out of China. This is highly concerning. The deceased may still be infectious. I'm halting the autopsy in order to notify the authorities. Request a full lockdown of this facility, effective immediately.
Hello everybody, welcome. Today we're gonna take a look at a game called Plague Incorporated. Now this game is a strategy management game. It was developed by Endemic Creations. This game has, first of all, I want to start bunch of maps, whether it is you want to play multiplayer. As you can see, this game has multiplayer, which is a very nice addition. Also it has a scenario creator, so you can make map yourself, but besides that there is a main game, also cure mode, which is addition to the main game, where you will cure disease instead of infecting the world. There are bunch of scenarios you can play, made by developers. Also there is a bunch of scenarios made on Steam by people, and this game is highly replayable, so you will have it hours and hours of fun with it. Now let me show you what the main and cure mods are all about. So let's try the main part of the game. In the other part of the video, the cure mod will be presented. Also we'll have a couple of playthroughs, so feel free to scroll through them also. Now, once we start, we're gonna pick a certain disease. As you can see, there are a lot of different diseases you can use. As you progress, more and more will be unlocked. There are even few fictional ones, like this one, vampiric virus, or also based on the Planet of the Apes movie, sorry. Now we're gonna take a most simple one, just for the playthrough. At the beginning of the game, you will be presented with this list here. You can manipulate gene codes. So as you can see, we can input some gene, which will give us certain bonuses. There is a lot of them, and the more you play the game, the more genes will be unlocked for you. Same goes for the more diseases. As you can see here, there is a difficulty. So depending on the difficulty also is a reaction from the people on the field, and so also you can cheat this game. All you need to do is pass it on, let's say, first time you pass it on normal, you can use cheats for it. Now let's start the game. So we will be presented with a world map like this. This is a little bit into the game, not the basic start. We'll start at one country. At some point, all the red dots means where there are big infestations in the world. You have a couple options to interact with this map. We're currently pause the game. So here, first you can click and see which countries are infected. We are aiming to infect the majority of the world and population. As you can see, here are the infected countries and not, and also here is the list of healthy, infected, and dead around the world. Now, by the means of our combat versus world, we have first transmission. So currently we are transmitting through the water. I have upgraded this. You pay everything in these DNA points. Here is it. It's like the money. you have two different types of transmission, like through the air, the water, and through the animals, rodents, birds, blood, and so on. But this here ones carry something that is called chance to mutate, which means our next category is symptoms. So our disease currently contains within it coughing, so everyone has it will cough. You can upgrade this thing, spend points, but it will increase your severity. This means the larger it is, the more likely it is for the world to detect you. So at the start of the game you have to keep your infectivity at a large scale and this at a smaller scale. This you are introduced into the late game, this lethality, where you will add certain symptoms and other abilities in order to kill the ones you have infected. The goal ultimately is to wipe out humanity. Also here we have certain resistances to heat, cold, antibiotics which we have developed, but we are playing with bacteria which has its own special ability. It has shell against all climates, so we can take it for example, and it will develop faster in majority of the climates. Also we're gonna increase, let's say, transmission. We're gonna let it be carried by the birds, and we're gonna add what? One more shell. No, we're gonna do this. Now we're back to the big map. We haven't paused. As you can see, this is spreading to other countries by various means. Also, the more you have, if you have upgraded water or air, it will be more likely to spread to the planes. As you can see, this red boat is carrying a disease passenger, and he's introduced him to this country, and so on. There are different kind of diseases, and base core mechanics is the same for all the diseases, but some carry very different features, like parasites. There are some that you don't need to wipe out population, you can just like mind control them. There is some mind parasite or whatever. Now, this is basically the game. You will acquire these points, spell them in these three categories, and you will try to infect and eventually kill all the world. It is fairly simple at that, but there are a lot of scenarios, there are lots of different scenarios and diseases and whatever, so it will give you so much hours of fun. Now, besides this, I will show you, let's say, the other part of the game, recent addition, the cure. This part is basically same as this, but we'll be playing like something like the World Health Organization, and we will be defending against the disease. So stay tuned. In a moment I'll show you the second part of the game. Now let's try out the cure mode. So as it said, this is basically you will be defending against disease that you're choosing. So we're gonna take, let's say, this fictional frozen virus. We will have, instead of genes, input of advisors, so like ethical watchdog. Let's see what else we got. We're gonna take port controller, because there are more ports than airports, I think, in the game. Also difficulties. Now, the map is same, the core mechanics of the game is same, but in reverse. Instead of starting somewhere with disease, we're gonna start somewhere with the, okay, we're gonna put it here with the headquarters. Now, we know disease has broken somewhere in the world, but we don't know where. We have to find it. At our disposal we have, same as there, until we found the disease. These two options are closed, but we have things like this. I'm gonna put one team on the ground also. Now we're gonna scout out the area for the disease. We're gonna see where it might be hidden. Also, we are starting to get cooperation with some countries, and we are getting, as you can see, intel from them. This Now we're gonna try the... It is important, it is good to find the source of the infection because it will speed up the cure. Now, all we have to do is locate it. Okay, we have got our country. So I have speeded it up a little bit. We have analyzed the disease, just so I can show you. As you can see, we have discovered what it is, and now we have means of responding to this disease. We can warn certain continents, and we'll be able to do certain actions like close their airports and such. Also, we can do things like this, fund initiatives, and every time, same in there, more options will be opened. Also, there are different operations we can use, like we can start vaccine research and so on, inform the world government. Instead of DNA points, we have research points, which are depend on this authority. You will lose it if you have many dead, many infected, and so on. So there are means to also increase this in the game. So basically, as you can see, this disease is spreading, and we have team here on the ground, this blue. We are trying to locate. As you can see, we have found a first dead person from this virus. Here you can see its infection rate. It has a large fatality rate, so this is one of the things we need to concern pretty fast. We are looking for everything that can, like this, reduce it. So this is a good initiative. Also, this one is not bad. As you can see, some options open other options. So basically this is it. As you can see, same as the virus, only you're now playing the government instead of the virus. It is pretty nice addition to the game. I like it pretty much. In general, this game contains fairly decent graphics for this type of the game. It is only tokens and map after all, with few letters and texts. As for the music is solid also. Modding community is not existent in a traditional sense, but they contain so many maps, so many different maps, whether it's made from community or it's made from developer itself. There are hundreds of maps for this game. Amazing. As for how this game is effective, this game is highly effective. Once you play it, if you like it, you'll play it for next 10-20 years. It's a highly effective game. You can play it like in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, drop it and play it tomorrow, whatever. It doesn't consume much of the time, and it is brilliant at its core mechanics. So as I said, it's brilliant at its core mechanics. So guys, I hope you like this video. If so, like, share and subscribe. We'll be doing more gameplay reviews, and also you can check out the other videos. So see you all and have fun.